Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday evening here in Australia. My name is Holazor, and I have some chests. I have seen what's in these chests, but I don't remember what's in these chests. So we've got to try and guess what's in them. And I really wish I could click on each of these chests and have a meme appear, but that's not how it works. Hello everybody. We'll go through the names before we flip over the chests. So we've got Carlo, Credits, Walk the Grid, JB Saints, Techie's here, Adreen's here, Mamonja is a new name that I don't think I've said before. Lich Death is here, Arnie Boy's here, Bida Arco is a new name to me. Hey, Tales from the Cryptmancer, welcome. Hey, Daru, Birds Bees, Beaker Mark II, Carter Card. You have a land question for me. Hit it. Super Cow, Sideswipe. Oh, Kevin's here, Prime Rogue. Gigi Shoyo. When $25 Lord of Darkness? I think they sold. We'll have a look. Sipgadza. And Diesel Noi. Oniz, Birds Bees, and now let's flip and see what we get. 10 Firecallers, 2.943 Splinter Shards. Oh, that's pretty nice. 5 Eternian Brutes, 64 Legendary Potions, some Ferox Defenders, a couple of Clockworks, some merits, some more merits. So nothing ridiculously amazing. Let's go and see whether or not we've got enough merits for a Gladius case. Nope, we are 73 short. That is super unfortunate. Would I be interested in swapping some regular foil rares for land purchases? Purposes. I have Max Chaos Legion reward rares, Earth Seed Smiths, and Blossoms, and I'm looking for Exploding Rats or Bone Smiths. Potentially Tails. I do have my spreadsheet here, which tells me what it is that I'll be using on my land. Now it's going to be the common natural lands where my production points are going to be the lowest. And the lowest production points I have is on this river, which is Lycan Beast, Bramble Pixie, a Summoner, and I believe 2 gold foil Pellicle Mercenaries. Yeah, whereas I have a dearth of... I have no land that needs fire and whatever cards. So I've actually got this other pivot table in my land spreadsheet, which shows the cards that I am probably going to be using on land on this side. The exception being I'm not sure what the keep will use. Then over here, I've got all the cards that are not currently allocated to a land plot of mine. So if I pop open red, because I know I've got like no red land, I can see I've got Exploding Dwarfs, 15 Heatsmiths, which add up to that much production points. So yeah, we could probably work something out. Send me a message on Discord. Same username on Discord as I am here on Twitch. That is way too much light on my face. Let me bring down that light. And we can have a look. The only issue is this spreadsheet may not be completely up to date because I have sold some cards since I did all of these calculations and scripts and stuff. So I would need to redo my monster allocation, rerun my scripts that generated this and all that sort of stuff, which I could probably do here on my stream, but I think people would be pretty bored watching me just do a couple of Python scripts and download some CSVs and then do some spreadsheeting. I mean, I'm happy to do spreadsheets for 2 hours, but I don't think that'd be very engaging for the Splinterlands TV audience. I'm more than happy to do spreadsheets for 2 hours, particularly if it meant optimizing all of my land stuff. But you'd love to see it. Currently trying to learn Python yourself. I did publish a post on PeakD, or the Hive blockchain. If I go to my blog, I'll go dig up the link for you here, Diesel Noi. I've just got to scroll back a fair bit through my blog to get there. Oh, look at that. That was perfect. I just randomly scrolled to a point and here it is. It's pretty basic stuff. And I try to explain it in a sarcastic manner about the best ways in which to approach it. But there's not much in terms of polling the Splinterlands API here, other than grabbing the card details. There is other ways to grab card collection details from the Splinterlands API, but I was lazy and just downloaded the CSVs from Peak Monsters because it already has the production power calculated out, and I didn't want to bother writing reams of code. I'll just bring up my Python stuff here. Instead of writing, which I did end up writing, instead of defining, hey, these cards are from these reward editions, these are the max levels for each card. If a card's in this collection, then it needs this rarity score. If it's in this other collection, it needs that other rarity score. So I had a whole bunch of different logic and functions to work out the production power and that sort of thing and multiply it by the land types and stuff. But I figured why bother actually trying to get that code to work properly if I could just steal the values off Peak Monsters without having to do it myself, even though I coded most of it myself. And I'm not a developer. I'm just a idiot who watched several hours worth of Python tutorials to get to where I am. So instead, I just basically just joined different tables together. In my day job, I'm a data reporting analyst person, so I use data and spreadsheets inside out. In fact, using Excel is something that I very rarely do these days, but for the purposes of this, it just seemed like the simplest tool to do it. It feels so wrong calling it production power. No, that's me, Larkin. I called myself an idiot. But yeah, the post is quite extensive as to my methodology on how I determined all of the various bits of production power and that sort of thing. I've been trying to get winning sheets saved into an Excel sheet. You have the JSON that the API spits out, but it isn't defined very well. Trying to format the result properly in Excel is also trying to make your head scratch. There's a good intermediary tool that you can use, Diesel Noi. You can use something like Nime. It's an open source tool that's basically data science, but through a node-based system. And you can poll APIs, you can interact with databases and spreadsheets and whatnot. So you can do it in a visual manner instead of having to do a whole bunch of formulas. You just connect a whole bunch of different nodes together. In terms of what I use for my job, JB Saints, I use Power Query, Power BI, SQL databases, proprietary stuff that the company I work for uses, as well as a little bit of Python, Excel, variety of tools, different swords for different foes. Yeah, pandas is what I've been using as well. Actually, most of the stuff that you are trying to achieve, if you just look up JSON normalize in the pandas library Dieselnoy, it should solve your problem, because that'll format it out into a table for you instead of it just being raw JSON data. I didn't expect this to turn into a lecture on data so quickly, but hey, I'm happy for it to be one. But yeah, Beaker, I've grown to hate Power BI, but I like Power Query, and I like the data flow structure that the Power BI service has. Using the Power BI application to actually build reports and dashboards is just something that I am despising, because it's very tedious and it's like using a combination of Microsoft Publisher and PowerPoint. But it's not so bad when you're actually like building the data set, doing the modeling, and doing the actual analysis and stuff. Yeah, I've only really played a little bit with the API endpoint stuff, but on the Splinterlands Discord, there is a third-party developers channel, which if you just search that particular channel, someone's probably had the same problem. Yeah, someone told me to just try and use Grafana. I've got an Unraid system that I use as a file store in my house for my photography business stuff, because I also do photography stuff as well. But there's no real need for me to use Grafana unless I want to go do like visualizations on all the metadata from my photography work and just be like, I shot all of these with this camera. I shot these at this shutter speed, and all that other fun data analysis that one could do with photography. I haven't looked into that for some time. I did do some analysis on that stuff when COVID was around and we weren't able to run around and do things, and that screen there, which is on my blog, is some of my photography work, which again is on Hive. But we're here to do Splinterlands stuff, not talk about all of those bits and pieces of, you know, the real Hollers, or the all-encompassing monster person that I am. We're here to lose some games in Wild Champion League. I've got 5 energy apparently, so let's see how that's going to go. Just going to crank this light up now that we've got a darker screen, and we'll see where we get to. And then of course we will do our little run around the Splinterlands meme community, which I have not forgotten about. It is not some sort of illegitimate child. It is a cherished, ongoing project. So I will go see what has been submitted to the Splinterlands meme community as well, because I love me a good meme. It's taking a long time for me to find a battle. I grow concerned. And just as I say that, here's the battle. So we have Evans, Fog of War, Reverse Speed. I'd really like to play Death Splinter here, but that won't be happening. Opponent has a Jotun. So I guess we're going to be going Blue Splinter with Blast Shields and Return Fire. That will be the strategy I'm going to take here. So since they're going to have to attack the front line first, unless they end up going with Scattershot Man, Yasik, I think I'm going to be pretty safe with someone like Bakjira as my tank. It is reverse speed here, so they're going to have Return Fire. If we throw Lobstradamus in second, we probably need that reflection shield. Rooney would be good for reverse speed, so let's throw Rooney in there. Lobstradamus has got that armor. Now we need some cleanse. Amplify plus cleanse will be perfect, and they were also camouflaged. So that will keep Bacteria alive, and Bacteria's own heal will keep Bacteria alive. Now we just need some damage. Let's sort by speed incremental. See what we've got. Damaging people. I feel like should be magic. Let's go and look at magic. Poison's good, and I've still got like 12 mana left. What about ranged? Not a lot of great options. Let's just throw in the Harpoonist. See how we go. Camouflage not useful in this rule set? True. And they went magic. So that's not very useful to me. But I should be able to take out the Evangelist and the Crystal Smith pretty easy. But oh god, that's a lot of damage. That Bacteria is already taken. And Bacteria is gone. Painful. Super painful. And now Rooney's gone. And Rooney will go again. The Divine Shield really took care of me here. And by took care of me, it absolutely destroyed me. They had a great deal of damage. No keyword yet. Plan RG. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. As you can see, I didn't think very far ahead for this battle either. But I don't know. I'll think ahead at some point. That was an unpleasant loss. So there was some inspiration about what not to do. Okay, you not use camouflage because camouflage pointless. Okay, 13 mana. Everybody with magic. Odd ones and knockout. So I think I'm just going to look for stuns here. I'm leaning towards Green Splinter. But there's no Green Splinter stuns in Magic. What about blue? Watercaller, but it's pretty expensive. Does Death have any stuns? Only Cthulhu, and that's going to be super expensive. So I'm guessing we could go Obsidian Cron. Probably not going to end in success. No, we can't go Obsidian Cron. Yes, no, we can't because odd ones. So we could do. Could we do that? No, that's not very useful. Is there any Death Gladiator I can sneak in? No, I can't sneak into Gladiator because it's not a brawl battle. Thaddeus with Jin Murray. Oh, it's a 2-card combo. I like the idea, Lich Death. Let's see if it works. I do like Jin Murray. It's a great card. And they've gone Chaos Dragon. Not Chaos Dragon, Void Dragon. So it's all about survival here. And given the fact that they've got that heal, I think I'm not going to be able to survive longer than they do. The silly thing is I could have also played this team if I had the same thought that they did. But unfortunately, Void Dragon and Kitty, I could have played that team. Not only could I have played that team, I could have played it with a golden Void Dragon. That's my one flex. My one tiny little flex. There was nothing in the most recent Town Hall show about when the attempt to remove bots would be. But I don't know. They'll get to it. They will get to it. Changes will be made. Things will happen. Stuff will occur. One thing that I'm going to do though, I'm just going to jump into my card collection here on Peak Monsters. And filter it for sale, no. Then just cheekily download that CSV of my card collection so that later on I can do the thingamabobber for Tales from the Cryptomancer, Tales from the Cryptmancer for that. But now we're gonna go see what new Splinterlands memes we have. So the last time we would have looked at these were on Monday. And this is the first new meme that would have been there. Bernhardt. Holazol. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Yes, I have been known to look like Fernhardt. I already voted that one up, JB Saints. Thank you. The legendary Kira gifted me a sub. I still can't win giveaways though. Took a champ. You still have a sub now. I can win now, right? I can win now, right? Legendary Chaos Legion summoners I can't actually use effectively due to levels. Finally maxing out my gold foil Grandmaster Wraith. Finally out of bronze. It's only been 4 years. Daily chests? You all get 0.01 SPS. SPS. You were the chosen one. Forever to bring the flywheel to the economy. DEC. I'm flywheeling you down to my level. Oh, okay. So a reverse flywheel. And Shoimi's put one in as well. When you have 3 minutes to enter 8 battles for the brawl. I unfortunately missed out on my brawl entry this time around because someone grabbed the fray that I normally play before I did. So that was upsetting. But I'm in a fray for this next cycle. By DEC on 0.000800814. By DEC on by it above peg. That's funny. Whenever I see a proposal for voting, this is how I feel. Mavs up voting, Mavs down voting. Epic sword fight. Me with 7k votes. Oh, that's a good one, Techie. Could it be a Furious Chicken is Mighty Dricken's descendant? Not mine? Yeah, Mighty Dricken, the card, no one knows. Looking at the new roadmap, what to expect, what you get. Yeah, it's kind of like I just want land 1.5 out so the cards can be staked. What do you mean? Why is the screen frozen? Let's open this one up because I can't read that. So small. AI trying to win Gold Foil Byzantine Kitty in SPL TV's Summer of Summoners, and realizing you forgot to check the rule set before clicking battle, making memes for Splinterlands community. All of the above. So doing all those things at once. I'm not going to upvote this one because I just noticed that was not very family friendly. Walk the grid. Come on. You've been here long enough. What was I going to do? Battle. I'm going to lose another game now. Alright. We've got Enrage, Healed Out, Weak Magic. And every Splinter by Dragon is available. I feel as though this one is going to be me failing and flailing the great, but not so great anymore, Chancius the Great around. Because we can go Return Fire with Repair. We can throw in a Rust for the enemy. Is there additional rusts we can bring along? Oh, there's quite a few rusts we could play here. I feel like Zuriel might actually be a decent play here. But oh, Immortalis. Let's swap to Green Splinter. That way we can just destroy all armor instantly. Is there any double strike? There is double strike. There's Grund. Because then we can get more damage in. And I want to try and focus that on the front line. I want to sort by mana. Bring Oaken Behemoth, then I'm just going to dump Tribone Raider. Because no thanks. And now I get to the point of, who else do I play? Screeching Vulture. Throw Grenadier into the mix. Halving Mist. Then we've got 4 left to play. Let's throw in Dr. Blight. Everybody loves a good Dr. Blight. See how this goes. It is a tartan robe. Very tartan. But it's made of like cotton. Whatever it is robes are typically made of. I don't really like this team composition that I'm forced to fight against. I brought a whole bunch of armor shattering ability thinking I was going to need it. But I don't think I'm going to need that armor shattering ability as much as I need speed to actually hit the enemy. Which doesn't look like it's going to happen. That was really painful. There we go. All their armor's gone now. And Grund will never ever hit. So there's another loss for me. Now I've got 2 energy left. Let's try and redeem ourselves. With, hopefully, a win. I want to win. I want to believe in victory. But it does not seem to be forthcoming. Oh, this is a Death Splinter match as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely a Death Splinter match. Let's just double check and see what our opponent has. They have a Mylor. That's not great news. I kind of still want to play Death Splinter with a big old trample. Let's go Mimosa. Trample, trample, trample. One of you. Now we want some stuns. Ooh, I could play my Lord of Darkness. Rather topical. I think a Lord of Darkness is better than a Disintegrator. They don't have a trample, but they have a stun. But now that whole knockout play, unless we play Jid Murray for the knockout. Because have you ever seen a Lord of Darkness never not stun? They always stun. I don't want Magi Necrosi. I want Revealer, because then they're going to go snipe, not snipe. It's going to be all focus fire on the front line, which is what I want. Then get rid of that stun filter, and we'll throw in Dr. Blight for the poison, since it's return fire. Most is being played because of Void, in case they bring Magic Reflect. We'll see how we go. Well, they went Possibilis. So they also went down the trample path, whereas I went down the retaliate path, which is not going to be so great for many of my creatures. I'm really glad they didn't bring a cleanse. We need that Dr. Blight to deliver. Dr. Blight did not deliver. We are gonna die so badly. At least we afflicted their entire team, which doesn't really matter, considering that Bagheera is the only one with heals. And it's going to be so difficult to actually hit anything from here on in. Man, I got destroyed. The sad thing about this is they could have optimized their team a lot better. They really could have. But hey, we've got one more energy to burn. Another game to lose. And more depression to be found. Help me find that depression, everybody. A loss like that is an undervalued skill. Yeah, I should put myself on the job market. It's a dot point in my resume. Can lose easily won battles in Splinterlands. Oh, I don't like this rule set. It's just back to basics. It's like the least fun rule set that there possibly is. But we're gonna play it with, I don't know, Thaddeus? Maybe we could be Obsidian? But I think Alster, Magic, Ranged, nothing, sort by, mana cost ascending, because that's the cheapest we can get for a tank. Then we can do 1 damage, 2 damage and 5 health, 3 damage and 4 health. Then we need to take away the ranged people and get some magic people. And then we've got 7 mana for a big magic people. I think that's going to be a big magic people. And we'll have them right at the very back. Let's see how we go. That's always been my tagline, Gijishoyo. Tutorials of what not to do. That's how I play Splinterlands. But hey, shortly you guys will be able to give me tutorials of what to do by challenging me, because this is indeed my last energy. So, while we're waiting for our opponent to pick our team, we're going to have a keyword of send challenge. And hopefully you guys will send me some challenge. And then I'll have battles to play. Alright, here we go. Battle time. Oh, they went Immortalis. That might be tough. They did bring some magic, so that's sort of in my favor a little bit. The amount of health that they have is rather distressing. They certainly have way more health than I do. But Carbalus does have a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough health to sink it. So you guys are all talking about sending challenges, but there is no challenge. I don't draw prizes until there's been a challenge and one of you has beaten me. Which, let's be honest, won't be hard. Can be in Bronze League, can be in Novice League, can be in Silver, can be in Gold, can be in whatever league you want. But you've got to beat me, and then I will draw a winner. And hey, here's Kevin. They've accepted the challenge. And we're going. Oh, look, now all the challenges start flying in. Alright, healed out, lost legendaries, melee mayhem. Let's obscure all of your cheating eyes from the world. What am I going to play here? I don't know what I'm going to play. All I know is I have to defend the giveaways like a madman. Let's go with you. And because it's melee mayhem, let's also actually let's do this. Then maybe this. Oh, so many cards are missing so many abilities. It's pretty frustrating. And I can't even find the cards I want. Because the cards I want normally have very specific abilities. Ah, it's no legendaries. That's why I can't see the card that I want. Hey Maui, welcome. Kevin, I may actually fail to submit my team in time. This could be a problem for me. Well, not a problem for you, but a problem for me. Because, yeah, my team is no good. It's like really, really bad. It's the worst team I could possibly field. That's 7 mana left over, so let's throw that in there. Alright, I hit battle. Alright, I just got in. That's excellent news. You played Mylor. That's unpleasant to me. I think this is a Grund hiding behind the other challenges. But I can't see because there's too many challenges on my screen. So maybe we'll be drawing this giveaway straight away. My favorite part about my team is the fact that I put a Swamp Spitter in with repair when I didn't bring any armor. That is the true class that I have brought to this battlefield. When in fact, the only thing that is going well for me is Narissa Tridorn. And yeah, things are not going so great for her either. Or indeed the rest of the team. I should know by now that you're a Mylor fiend. Alright, well, we can now pick a winner out of the 32 of you. And it's walk the grid. So let's see what walk the grid gets out of this. Blame Kevin if it's a bad card. Congratulate me if it's a good card. Yeah, that's some blame going on Kevin right there. Gold foil, Mycelic Morphoid. It's not a bad card. It's actually a pretty good card. Okay, let's close that. Keyword is staying the same throughout. Lich Death is up next. We are progressing to Silver League, so I can be beaten in Silver League again with Melee Mayhem, Magic Reflect, and Scattershot. Should be more fun. Might be more fun. Now, you guys get to see my ugly mug for a little bit longer while I go ahead and choose what team I'm going to lose with next. But I am trying to win. That is indeed what I'm trying to do. But I'm going to try and win in a very obscure way here. It may not work well for me, but an attempt will certainly be made to win. It's a lot of mana available for this battle. I don't know that I want to waste it on that. Let's do this. Now, good. Still a lot. So much freaking mana to use. Yeah, let's just go for it. No, let's not go for it with that. Too many choices, too many cards. Oh, Life Splint is going to be available here, isn't it? I've made a terrible mistake. But I'm going to just have to live with it. And I really hope Milo's in the house here. Oh man, you had to play Gladiator. What is this? What is this stuff? Well, at least we killed your martyrdom card. But that fed Quora. And now my poor little card collection is gonna just vanish before my face. So Lich Death has managed to get us another giveaway happening. Yes, Plan RG, the keyword is send challenge. And you can all thank Lich Death for the next one. But the person who gets to be thanked the most is Trinity Love. So congratulations, Trinity Love. Let's see what you're going to get out of this. We go roly. Another gold foil. And it's a deep lurker, which is pretty sweet. Great card. Alright. It's a Dream's turn. We're playing in Gold League. we graduate. Excellent. But we graduate straight into Silent Summoners, which is kind of painful. And, well, the Summoner choice doesn't matter, but the Splinter choice will. So, no peeking. What am I going to play? It's 42 mana, so that's quite a bit of mana to play with. I think I know what I want to do. I want to try something new that I've not done before. I have no idea whether or not it's going to work, but I'm hoping that it will. There's just so much mana available here. It's pretty fantastic. I've still got so much mana left. Yeah, let's try this. Nope. Want to bring that card back in. Actually, we'll put that card. We'll go like this. We'll see how this goes. Alright. Really? Long tail? This is gonna hurt. At least I think it's gonna hurt. But I'm hoping between the healing and the repairing, we might be able to live. But maybe not. We need to actually hit with a high level of consistency while the armor is down. But the armor is not down for nearly long enough, because it's getting consistently repaired. And it's getting repaired just before my big hitters come in with their hits. So Ziriel is always hitting the armor. So, Adrene, you're responsible for another giveaway. Congratulations. Let's roll that. And Birds, Bees and Trees can thank Adrene for that challenge being a victory. So let's see what Birds, Bees and Trees is going to get out of this. It's a rollin', a rollin', a rollin'. It's a legendary gold foil Butops. For people that were listening, they were probably like, oh my god, it's a legendary gold foil. No, it's a legendary gold foil Butops. The most sought after card. The ultimate summoner. The summoner summer. So we're 3 in. We've still got some challenges. Let's see if this one is going to still be available. Yep, I think we snuck in at the last second for this challenge. We have Broken Arrows, Return Magic, Flying. Okay, let's again change away and contemplate our existence. Surely I've got to be able to beat one of you guys. If I can't beat at least one of you, then I may as well just stop playing the game altogether, right? What am I going to play? Probably a lower mana summoner. Let's go over here. See what we've got available. This could either go really, really well, or it's going to go really, really badly. It's one of those two things. That's also not a lot of creatures. That's pretty silly to do, though. That probably is as well. I don't know. That's probably the worst idea I've had in my life. But I'm still going to play it. Because I don't know any better. Okay, let's see how this is going to go. Oh, you went with the llama? More like the lama. I was super creative. I went with Dallin. Because Dallin is the ultimate in surprise technology. And that blast shield was a great idea, but now he's dead to earthquake. And now I have no way of applying cripple, so I think you're going to win. Unless Riftwing can do an amazing job dodging for all of time. And they did not. So, again, I'm defeated for the fourth time in a row, might I say. Let's see who's next. Outrix. Congratulations, Outrix. Sorry, I said that incorrectly. Or maybe I'm just playing badly. Intently. Let's see what they are going to get out of this spin. It's a deep lurker, but not a gold foil. So, congratulations, I guess. And now we have another challenge, and it's Trinity Love. Let's go. Oh, what a rule set. Close range, but Fire and Regret and Weak Magic. This is going to be boatloads of fun. People here watch Splinterlands TV 24/7. No wonder they play good. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who has the opportunity to watch 24/7. Unfortunately, I have employment that precludes me from doing that. It's very difficult to concentrate on two things at once with the nature of what it is that I do. All right, I need to pick a team, a good team that will win. And not only will win, but will be the most incredible team you've ever seen in your life. Well, that could be a fun little game to play. Maybe that's going to be a fun little game. Who's going to be our tank? I've got to go with that. Don't know how well this is going to work. I really should have thrown in a different card. But hey, we'll see how we go. I'm not keen to be fighting that Void Dragon. But I'm reasonably glad that my Uraeus is gonna do some stuff. But now he's gone. So I was very hopeful that this True Strike plus Reach combo was going to do some excellent things with that Martyr. And hey presto, I can't miss now. That's what I was going for. Now, can Dr. Blight defend the line? He better be able to. Come on, Poison. Hey, there we go. I've defended the line successfully. Although with a very interesting team, I'd suggest. Not a team you'd expect. I figured, I'm like, hey, I need something that's absolutely going to hit. Why don't I make him better with Martyr? Now we will fight a Super Cow. Oh, we get Gladiator cards this time around. Let's go. Gonna try and play a Gladiator card. Don't know who though. Because we've got Broken Arrows, Little League, and Weak Magic. What a combo. Okay. This is going to be rather challenging to put together a team that even remotely uses most of the mana available. Broken Arrows. Well. I'm going to suggest that this might, maybe, possibly is a terrible idea. But we're going to try it anyway. Okay. My team is in. The challenge has been responded to. Four of you have managed to defeat me so far. Here we go. Oh man. Man. Why would you do this to me? Why would you bring both Trap Falloway and Thaddeus? My strategy here is to try and use poison to overcome the weak armor. But I opted to use a Gladiator that has healing. Good, your Gladiator's out of here. The only problem is the Gladiator that has healing is not going to get much exposure to actually being able to kill things. And they are both not speedy and vulnerable to all the other things. I think I'm not going to win this one. Even with that Divine Shield. Oh. Poison on the first go. Why are you a hacker? So much hacking. That's cheating, because you played cards in an order that I didn't consider. Alright. Who's going to thank Super Cow? Maui. Maui's going to thank Super Cow for that win there. And let's go. Let's see what Maui's going to get. It's a gold foil Crypt Beetle. What a great card. What a great little card with its little shield. Maybe if I played the Crypt Beetle, I could have won. No, I certainly wouldn't have. Okay. Seems like we're out of challenges. The golden cockroach. We're out of challenges, and I believe that there's one more giveaway left to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's one more giveaway left to do. And we're out of challenges. I need a win. Yeah, you're right. I definitely need a win. Would like it to be someone who hasn't challenged me already today, and here we go. It's Bootops. Should have declined it. Gold League expiring in 9 minutes, which we won't be going to. Thorns, no healing, reverse speed. Okay. What will it be here? I think I know what I want to play. Yeah, I definitely know what I want to play, but what's appropriate to play is a separate thing. Throw that in. Why you gotta be like that, creatures? These creatures aren't like that. They'll do fine. Alright. I'm throwing everything I got at this. I need success here. Success is completely non-negotiable. Although several of my creatures here are missing abilities that I really need. Let's do... Not you. Oh, you don't fit in the mana cap. That's super unfortunate. That could be interesting instead. Alright. I have no idea if this is going to be good or this is going to be bad. Why does it have to be Immortalis? This is exactly not what I wanted. But at least I was smart enough to bring a whole bunch of reflection shields. I think I'm going to win, though. Could be famous last words. I think I got this. It only took me playing 5 legendary cards. I have defended us from the Hill Giant successfully. The next challenger approaches. We have a Silver League battle. What's it gonna be? Return fire and no ranged people allowed. Okay, good game, Bootops. Though that was a fun, strange strategy that I put together. All right. Return fire, but also keep your distance. All right, but only 17 mana. Hmm. This is wrong of me. And I know that this is wrong of me. Who the heck plays 5 legendaries? It's not my fault they were legendaries. Wait, Zuriel's a legendary now? I thought she was unanimously rejected by the community. My team is submitted. I think this will be an easy win for my opponent. But we shall see. I don't even have those cards. Therefore, I cheated boot ups. Because cheating is having cards that your opponent doesn't have. That's how it works, right? The team I submitted was quite easily the easiest team I've submitted in a very long time. Oh, and I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose so bad. It's Wraith versus Kron. Oh, maybe. Actually, no. I think I may be able to overcome the Wraith. Certainly if it goes down to fatigue, which it will now not, because I was expecting the prismatic energy to have void. Because normally prismatic energies have void. But not that prismatic energy. I don't know if that's an appropriate serving of cheese for you there, credits. But that was an entire bag of cheese that I threw out onto the battlefield. Alright. Who's next? Who's next to send me a challenge? First you have to win the challenge, then you have to get drawn for the giveaway, and then you get the card. And now I'm out of fluid. So, as the rest of the stream progresses, I will progressively dehydrate and be unable to do things. Novice Shallow. Okay. It's been such a very long time that Novice has been a thing for me. We'll do it though. All cards in. Send. I refunded you your channel points as well, Shallow. You could actually have me here. No. We're playing Novice. It's too late. It's too late now. I've done the button press. You could always reject the challenge. Out of fluid is only a concern when Dracula says it, or if your car says it. If your car tells you that you're out of fluid, it's probably going to be a very expensive and noisy afternoon, depending on which fluid it is. Because there are many types. All right, we got Lost Armor. Yeah, I'm inventing new names for the things. Lost Armor, only magic, and lots of health for everybody. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to have fun putting together the team for this one. I think I am going to have lots of fun putting together the team for this one. Whether or not it'll work, whether or not the abilities I want to use actually exist in Novice level, I will very quickly find out. Okay. I've not left myself an enormous amount of mana to play with here. It's like so so little mana left to play with. And in fact, I'm leaving a slot open. Oh, why? I'm so mad right now. You used the most powerful card in the game. You used a Captain Katie. Meanwhile, I've just gone with Magic Reflect and Amplify, and I'm hoping I can take you out before that happens. Which I got a pretty good chance of doing, actually. See you later. That was pretty fun. The Spirit Hoarder was probably the difference there. Otherwise, Captain Katie would have just ripped through the team. So Spirit Hoarder with the triage was able to heal that second position. So snipe, bang, heal, bang. Kept them alive long enough for the Magic Reflect and this final amplified Magic Reflect to throw your magic back in your face, basically, and say, no thanks. I choose life. And that's how I won. Even though I played Death Splinter, I chose life. Alright. Let's go ahead and go to the next challenge. I'm on like a winning streak, and surely now my hubris will defeat me. Odd Ones Out, Rise of the Commons, and no magic at all. Could be a fun one. Maybe a really depressing one. Yeah, that was... I'll tell you after our battle. Because I don't remember what card the name was. I think it was a beta reward card from memory. The 1 mana guy with 6 speed. I played him because it was Equalizer, so playing lots of little creatures was well advised to do. Okay, what are we going to do here? I think maybe we're going to go down this pathway. There's plenty of mana for it. Just don't know whether it's the best idea I've ever had. I have lots of thoughts like this. Ooh, that could work really nicely if I can pull that off. I feel like half of my cards are missing. Like, I know there's a lot of magic cards in the Splinter that I'm playing, but I still feel like half of my cards are missing. Let's roll with this. You went Jotun. I threw the Gladiator Summoner in and went for Opportunity as my Gladiator. And I wanted my Sandworm to Martyr, and you wanted your Sandworm to Martyr also. I think, yeah, I got this. Similar strategies, but I had those extra little support creatures lurking around. So the repair, the dodge, on the front line was useful. And I believe the dodge even synergized with the Pembroke Nymph because I think they're +1 speed. But yeah, it just felt like half my team was missing there. So in the previous one, yeah, that was the Fallen Spectre. That was the card that I had thrown out. So that's a beta reward card. Super old card. Doesn't have an enormous amount of utility, actually. It's a card that on paper seems better than what it actually is. Legendary, death. Because even at max level, it gets Demoralize, Headwinds, and Blind. So it's super quick, but it's super vulnerable to Opportunity or Snipe or a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, tank options were pretty limited in the battle that we just played. I think if you had Alva the Crusher, it might have been a decent tank with the Retaliate. Could have been an option. Yeah. The Phantom Spectre is probably good in the Equalizer rule set, but when it was around, Equalizer wasn't a rule set. So it didn't even have that advantage. Equalizer's a pretty new rule set as far as things go in the game. But yeah, we had no magical creatures allowed in our battle. So Gino Sharnus was instantly like out as a tank option. The other card that could have potentially done well as a tank there. I don't know. It felt to me that Serpent of Eld was the only option that I had. Longtail is every time an option. Yeah, but I don't remember if Dragon Splinter was actually allowed in that battle. But yeah, Longtail could always be an option. I always see Longtail and I'm like, if it's a high mana match, I'm probably going to be playing a Giant Killer. And if you can hit them with Shatter or something, you can one hit Longtails, particularly if you've got Shatter or even 2 Giant Killers in the team. Because when it's big mana, you got to play Giant Killer. To me, it's non-negotiable in big mana matches to play Giant Killer. Yeah, he needs to be supported by a cleanse as well, because if people bring along a affliction, it could end pretty quickly. So you guys still have one prize left to scavenge from me. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have one real energy to play. So let's get the losing out of my system in ranked. And then we will return to challenges. Yeah, I find when you play Jotun, it tends to be a slower team as well. Thank you, Ducey. I've been using this frame now for well over a year. I went and grabbed all the art and basically sticker bombed it. Put it together in Photoshop. Took a few hours. Let's see what's going to happen in this battle. Yeah. Cleanse dispels affliction. Onis. Okay. Ranked match. Super sneak. Odd ones out. Armored up. I am going to yawn because it feels like a really boring rule set. It feels like a rule set I can cancel out by playing Shield Paw. force them to fight the front line. I feel like it's not high enough mana that people are gonna expect Longtail, so we're gonna play Longtail. And I'm probably gonna do nothing but prove how vulnerable Longtail can be to Giant Killer. I'm gonna bring in Jared Scar. I should probably bring a Giant Killer of my own. Because it's super sneak. I want that Giant Killer to be Desert Dragon. Because Desert Dragon is delicious. But now we need a cleanse in case Longtail gets poisoned or afflicted. So who's going to be our cleansey cleanse? We've got one option. And then we've got 10 mana left to play with. So for 10 mana, in odd ones out, that means we've got 9 mana left to play with. Maybe we go for that other Giant Killer option and bring in the Rooney Skyclaw. Because everyone's got a lot of armor. We are lacking a shatter, but we've got piercing. We've got 2 piercings. I think it'll be okay. We'll see how we go. This Carnage Titan gonna be super annoying. Though my opponent only's got a level 1 Robo Dragon Knight. I feel like I should have still put my Longtail up in second position, maybe. Because now the Retaliate on Desert Dragon is not going to be very useful. Until he starts fighting Carnage Titan. Sorry, Carnage Titan. And these double attacks are going to be bothersome. Super bothersome. Bang. He dead already. But hopefully we can take down their Angel of Light before they get to use it as a resurrection. There we go. That Retaliate is what I wanted. That was kind of unhelpful. Now we just... Nah, Jared Scar's not going to survive. Not enough health. It was a well thought out thing. But not well thought out enough. Now my attacks are all in the wrong place. Look at all those dodges. Now they're just going to die to poison instead. Ouch. Alright, well that was a ranked loss. So now you guys need to give me a challenge loss so that we can do this last giveaway of the stream. So bring forth a cauldron full of challenges. Bring it. Yeah, I don't think that Shield Paw was the right choice there in terms of the summoner. The card will be sent within 24 to 48 hours, Trinity. So if I go back over to the giveaway page here, you'll see that in this column, all of these cards are pending. So they have been yet to be sent. So the last time cards were sent were, for my local time, I believe 2.5 days ago, something like that. So they will get sent when our Overlord, the Great Clown Rondon, goes ahead and processes them on their end. Alright, so we got Larkin coming in with the challenge. And let's throw this challenge out. Want just modern cards. What league were we? We were silver. Now I'll try to limit myself just to modern cards. Because I do have a few wild cards kicking about in my collection these days. But we will see. So challenge is sent. Let's see. What will we do? What will we lose? What will we give away? It's an interesting rule set. No healing, armor, magic reflect. Ahoy. I think I know what I want to do. And I think I can do it in a modern team. I definitely can do it in a modern team. Although there's a couple of options I could take here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Forgot about the league limits here, which make it slightly more challenging for me to do what I wanted to. But all the same, I am hankering for a pretty aggressive team here. It's probably not the right choice. Maybe this one. It's like an incredible choice. I guess we'll play that instead. Okay, I've got 3 mana left to play with here. And I believe I've done it with modern cards only. Okay, let's swap back on over. Man, Axemaster. That's a card I don't have. I love the fact you brought no magic. I hate the fact that my tank is now gone. But I was relying on my front line living a lot longer. Oh man, that miss. Because my gladiator is a very big fish out of water now. Yeah, Axemaster, ridiculous. Ridiculously ridiculous. GG Larkin. Larkin has successfully established a connection to our next winner and final winner for the stream. So it's Onjing. Onjing can thank Larkin for the win. It's teamwork, guys. Half of you worked for it, and then the other half got the prizes. So let's see what Onjing is gonna get out of this. What's it gonna be? Sorry, Titaro, you snuck in just a second too late for the final giveaway of the stream. There's a hardy stonefish, which is ironic given it's what I used as my tank and is what failed to win. But that's all 6 done for this particular gameplay session. Let's quickly refresh the Splinterlands memes community. What have we got as a new meme? All right. Oh, we've got quite a few new memes here. So many new memes. All right. Kevin challenged me in bronze again. He won't bring Milo again. No. Holdazor, Team 2028. So I'm once again asking for Kevin to stop playing Milo. When you hear what the game is, he's right. Ain't no rule that says a dino can't play basketball. Oh, this is great. Splinterlands headquarters, part 1. The good packs. Abort. Explode. Someone just pulled $70 of cards out of $41.39 packs. I believe that means you need to burn more DEC. Imagine a world where SPS was over 2 cents. Mav's playing in bronze. Mav's mapping. Oh, Kevin's like been the meme master this evening. They definitely win the meme award. So many memes submitted. So 2% of all the rewards that are generated by this Splinterlands memes community, which I have put together, do go to the DEC burn account. So the DEC burn account, every week it powers down any Hive rewards it gets, and over the last 2 weeks it's burnt 9,600 DEC. And it has been collecting rewards from its own posts, as well as a little trickle of rewards from the Splinterlands memes community. And that account will operate on its own and will continue to do such things. So that's an initiative by Crypto Eater, and we're supporting that through the Splinterlands memes community. So when the great burninating is over, we will still be burning Splinterlands cards. For some reason I got logged out of the game, so I'm going to log back in and we'll go check on that burninating, see what progress has been made, because I wrote down numbers earlier on the stream, earlier in the week rather. So on Monday, when I last looked at this, there was 329 million actual DEC burned. Now there's 340 million, 786,000, and 2. So in Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday, in about 72 hours, 11 million real DEC has been added to the scorching pile, which is, we're still not at peg. I don't think we'll be at peg for a while yet. And the lowest entry is now 510,000 effective DEC to get in on the top 200. So I don't know. I don't think we'll see much more movement in this over the next 20 or so days that it's open for. I'm going to say we'll probably see 427 million or thereabouts burned by the end of the event. That's going to be my guess. I'm going to write that down. 427. That's going to be, I guess. We got 20 days though, but it really has slowed down since the start of that all. I think what will also slow it down is if we do get the land staking out and people realize, oh no, I actually need my DEC for all of my lands and all of my creatures, then we might see less stuff burned as willingly. Let's put it that way. But 30 land plots that have moved. Let's see What's for sale out there? There's quite a bit for sale over here. There's nothing in the region. Oh, there's something for sale in the region that I've got my stuff in. So what is for sale here? A couple of lakes. I've already got enough of those. Some bogs. I don't have any bogs. A couple of forests. Nate's selling off some little land. He must not like his neighbors very much. Who are his neighbors? I'm glad I'm not one of them. Oh, he's keeping some of his land up there, but he's selling off other bits of it. Why would you sell your land in a nice little road like that? What's this one? What's this one for sale? That's not for sale. That's my land. It's my lake. One of my lakes. And then the rest of my lakes all the way over here. So many lakes. Show geography. Yeah. So these here are all lakes. Then we've got a couple of plains, several swamps, bit of river, tiny hill, another hill. No, wait, that's, yeah, a hill, some more river, and then the rest is all plains. I can see what land is selling. Yeah, it's probably going to be via peak monsters, that sort of info. By land. Is there a history for land? Let's go look at the Explorer. That's my personal Explorer. We just want to look at the market history. No, that's my market history. Doesn't look like land sales are in here. You've got the card sales. That's my personal history there. We unfilter the user. It just didn't work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that info is going to be. Walk the grid. The best way to sort of see what is for sale, I think, is through the buy land here. That's down to 40. What about with the building in a box? The unstable totems still hovering around the 60 mark. So basically the cost of the DEC that was burnt over the top of it. Hey Bordell, welcome. I don't know. Can see maybe on the asset market. No, that's only going to show you the plots and stuff. Maybe it's in the Splinterlands interface itself, because yeah, I was just looking at the volume up here. So 30 plots sold over the last 24 hours. Hard to know, hard to say. What about activity up here? No, again, that's just my personal activity. Not the activity of all users. What about if I delete and then just go and search blankly? No. That gets nothing there either. There's probably an API call to look at it, but I don't know what that API call would be. It's something somewhere. That would be for certain. But I don't know the answer to that question. The answer is out there somewhere. You brought 5 lands. Where are your lands? What sort of lands are they? What do you plan on doing with your lands? Tell me the story of your lands. Does your land have clever lore? Like my castle? I mean, my keep. My keep is under the lake. At least I'm going to say that it's under the lake. But that's a nice keep. I just got to figure out how to fix these cracks. There's a fair few cracks. Does anyone know any good stonemasons? I need some stonemasons to go and fix my keep. You don't really know what lands do? Well, luckily, there is a exhaustive white paper, which I don't believe I have a link to in my favorites. I do not have a link to it in my favorites, but it is somewhere on the thing. They do something right now. They get you a minuscule amount of SPS each day. So they do something more than nothing. They get you a tiny little sliver of SPS, which you can claim from your SPS management screen. Mine is 0 because mine has been claimed already for the day. But that is a thing that they do. Yeah, that's all land does for now. But later it will do other things. And there's this new proposal. Who's voting against this proposal? I'm interested to know. Probably people who have more gold foil legendaries that they were planning on using on their land. Yeah, it looks like it's the people with gold foil alphas that are voting against that. My keep is in region 40, tract 9, I want to say. Region 40, tract 8. I was wrong by 1. I don't even know where I live. Hey, King Arminus, welcome. I pulled it from my tract. So I bought my tract in the original land pre-sale, held it for 3 years, got very depressed throughout that 3-year wait, as did many other players, and opened it up on stream, got my castle on the lake. Kingdom, rather. Sorry, keep. I keep saying castle. But where we did get a castle was my guild. We, as a guild, bought 30 plots. So I'm just logging in with the guild account now. And the guild has 30 plots in region 29 in tract 9. We claimed them sequentially around other players. That's taking a little while to load. And the guild actually did pretty good. I revealed these on stream as well. So we have a castle on the tundra. And there it is. The kings and queens and monarchs of region 29. The Roaring 20s. So who's selling up in the region? New Classic is selling up a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, 30 guild members, 30 plots, ownership in each plot at 1/30th. And we were very lucky to pull a castle out of this region. The Night's Watch is what that castle looks like, yeah. It's very George R.R. Martin-ish. But we also got pretty lucky with the other bits of land in there. Show rarity, because we got other stuff as well. Let's go my land and change this to Roaring 20s. So there was a common occupied in there. Magical water. There's the castle. Another common occupied. An epic lake. An epic tundra. A rare one. So we got pretty lucky considering that was just 30 plots done all at once. These deeds are locked, just like cards would be locked. So the guild account has locked them to prevent any transfer. Because I have the keys to this account, as does Matt Clark, and I think another person might have keys to that account as well. We trust each other to not do silly, foolish things. But as you can understand, at least there's 30 days between any of us doing silly, foolish things. But those are basically our guild has a bit of a weird arrangement where when we first joined the guild, we basically bought our seat in the guild, paid for it in DEC. And I don't even think that Roaring 20s is a member of the Roaring 20s, ironically. But, you know, there'd be a lot of people angry at me. A lot of probably important people angry at me if I tried to, you know, double cross my guild, which I wouldn't do. Firstly, there'd be all of you that would be like, he just did this on stream. Why would he do this? Secondly, there's several people in the guild who know where I live in real life, which is kind of like your ultimate defense against screwing each other over. But we've got some mighty fine guild members, if I don't say so myself. We've got Michael B. We've got Steve R in here. We've got Cryptomancer in our guild. We've got Crypto Llama TV in our guild. We got some big names, you know. Why'd we choose the Roaring 20s? Gatsby fans? No, not Gatsby fans. Not me. It's meant to be a play on the fact that we're in the 2020s. We could throw back to the 1920s. But it's also, in my mind, a play on Dungeons and Dragons. You're rolling 20s with your dice to, you know, succeed, do critical hits. It's also Prano-like. I don't know. The land in South Australia is pretty solid. You need more than a shovel. And our waterways aren't very deep. Yeah, King Arminus. I actually knew Matt Clark before we both discovered Splinterlands, so we'd known each other for like 6 years when Splinterlands had come out or something like that. So I've met Matt Clark. I've known him for a very long time. I've also met Michael B. I think Joshua M is Michael B's son, from memory. Don't quote me on that. Fletcher Clark is one of Matt Clark's children. So yeah, we have had 4 members of the Roaring 20s in the same room at the same time. This has happened. We normally do Hive meetups on the last Thursday of every month, but because I stream on Thursday evenings, I can't make them. But Thursday the 29th of June would be the next one. And that would be held at the Duke of Brunswick Hotel in Adelaide, South Australia. So if you ever want to go, just rock up. Look for people talking about Hive or Splinterlands. There will be people in a group doing that, possibly with beer and pizza. So yeah, I used to attend those meetups monthly, where we talk about Hive, talk about Splinterlands, talk about all sorts of things. But since I started streaming on the Thursday evenings on Splinterlands TV, I haven't been to one. So I haven't been to one of those meetups in like over a year. Possibly longer than a year, because I was one of the first streamers on Splinterlands TV. And yet, you guys still tolerate me. Rondon still tolerates me. And probably even more threateningly, my wife still tolerates me doing this after a year, sacrificing my Monday and Thursday evenings away from her, which is like the real risky thing for me to do, right? That's the person that matters the most. Jagged. Sounds like an uncomfortable share. Nah. Yeah, we do it pretty good. We do it pretty good. It's winter down here though at the moment, and you know us Australians are not so hardy against the winter King Arminus. So, what is the weather currently where I'm located? Prepare to be blinded. It is 14.7 degrees C right now. Fun fact, the current bear market is due to Hollizaw trimming his beard. No, I didn't cut the beard. Oh, Jagged, what a pun. Yeah, 14.7 degrees here in Adelaide, where I am. And it's basically rain all week. It is literally the ideal temperature. I don't know. My house is like right next to a lake. I think it's close enough to the lake that the coldness seeps in. I'm not Canadian like you, Kevin. I don't have the tolerance for the cold. I can pretend to have tolerance for the cold, but then I'll get all those like frosticles in my beard. That is not cold. Yeah, I think the cold works just like the heat. You get to a certain point and your body cannot tell the difference. You're just like, I perceive cold. You no longer perceive the degrees of cold or the graduations of this is cold, this is extremely cold, this is abnormally cold. You just get to a point of like, yeah, it's cold. Stupid fake snow? What is fake snow? You can tell the difference at that point. Like, this may surprise you, Prime Rogue. Not all Australian homes have heaters in them. My home is one of those homes where it does not have an actual heater, which is a permanent fixture to the home. And there is no requirement under building codes to have permanent heaters fixtured into homes. And our building standards are horrible here in Australia. They are woefully inadequate for our environment. Your boiler costs 25k. Well, a state-of-the-art reverse cycle air conditioning system here that can do both heating and cooling probably costs around 12 to 14k installed. Get ducting in every room, and that's in a small home. You have no heater or aircon. Yeah, it depends. If your house is well insulated and well shaded, it's all right. Otherwise, you know, people did survive in the deserts before before we had bricks and mud and wood and paper to do our thing. Yeah, reverse cycle, or as you guys in the Northern Americas tend to call them, heat pumps, are pretty common here in terms of doing both heating and cooling. I have a swamp cooler on my house. So evaporative, because in the city where I live, it doesn't really get humid enough for them to be ineffective. And if it gets cold in winter here, you literally can just put on another jumper, wear a second pair of socks, and you're fine. The most efficient way probably to cool yourself here is to warm yourself here is just a small electric blanket. If it's above 20, you need aircon. You see, to me, like between 18 and 23 is the perfect temperature. That's ideal weather, as far as I'm concerned. Overcast day between 18 and 23 degrees. That's like a perfect day in my mind. 13 to 17 is ideal t-shirt weather. Well, I am wearing a t-shirt underneath this robe, but if I took off my robe, I'd probably start being full of teeth chattering, because, you know, I'm Australian and weak. I'm weak to the cold. I do have some nice warm jackets, though, that I don't get to wear nearly enough. Maybe that'll be next week on my stream. I'll come on with, like, my proper winter jacket. And you guys will be like, what? I will be amused. You guys will probably be horrified. You bought her a 2.3k parka? I don't even understand how a garment of clothing. Oh, jagged. He said this robe. She complains it's too hot, that parka. Yeah, I would as well. If it's 2.3 thousand kelvins. No, wait, that'd be really cold. Would it be really cold? I'm like twisting your words now. 2,300 kelvins in C. That's going to be really cold, isn't it? Yeah, no wonder she's complaining it's warm. It's like 2,000 degrees Celsius inside that jacket. What are you trying to do? Although you didn't capitalize the K, so I imagine it's not a jacket rated in kelvins. It's a jacket rated in the money you spent for it. Yeah, it'd keep it warm. It would liquefy and like evaporate pretty much anything at that temperature. That would be like the central volcano in Pretoria trying to melt her heart. I don't think there'd be a heart left. It'd be like you're trying to vaporize. Like, I can't even fathom 2,000 degrees. That's your 2,000 degrees. That's where Prime sent the parka to be, like at the top of this volcano, in the center. He actually took a rock out of this volcano and put it in the parka. That's why it's so warm. That is science. Actually, yeah, I did see a quick thing when I was scrolling through Reddit about that volcano erupting. But that's an ongoing thing, right? So we have just under a minute left in the stream. That means I get to start saying my happy goodbyes, and the chains will release me shortly from my desk. You guys will all tearfully miss me and cry rivers of tears or something. We've got Commander Garlic up next, which is a classic Thursday night air horn time. I will be back again on Monday. I have next week off of work, which is good for me. I'm excited for that. I'm going to do some stuff that doesn't involve my employment. But I will be here on Splinterlands TV on Monday and Thursday again next week. So thanks for having me, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.